Hi, this is Jen. I'm going to make a short video to show you how to work the Ancestry.com site, because I know it can be kind of confusing. This is the home page, which shows up, and I have mine kind of customized for what I want to see on here, and you can customize it by clicking on here. Here's your tabs: Home, Family Trees, Search, Collaborate, Learning Center. If you just hover your cursor over family trees, these are all the family trees that I have, and some of them are ones that people have shared with me, like Wanda, I shared the Baller and the Taylor trees with you, so those will be on there, and if you want to, you can start one of your own that will, be on here as well. So I'm going to just show you, if you want to go to Taylor, you just Taylor and Horton tree. And so it's going to start with me because I'm the home person. But say we want to type your name in here. So I'm going to go over to the search box over here. I'm going to type Wanda. Wanda. There we go. Okay, so Wanda and Ogden. And remember, this is on the Taylor tree. So this is what's going to show up. Here's you and your husband, and you've added your children, like you said, and thank you for that. And then it shows your parents. So we have Roger and Audrey. And then when we look down, we have Audrey's parents, Leroy and Bessie. And I did some work on the Starks, not too much, because my main focus was the Taylors. So we have Bessie, whose father was Andrew Jackson Taylor, and let's see here. We have, let's see, I'm going to move my page down here so we can see it. So we have Andrew Jackson Taylor, and then we can see further on is George W. Taylor. These little arrows, if you click on them, will go further yet. And to move this tree around, you can go into a blank space like this, and you can drag the tree with your cursor. So you click and then drag. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, if you want to go into an individual profile, so say we want to learn more on Bessie. So hover over Bessie, and then it makes this bigger, and you can click View Profile, and it'll show a little profile on her that we have. So we have her birth and death dates, and then her husband is Leroy Starks, and then we have the 3 children here. And then it'll show you kind of a little timeline, and these are here because, like in 1900, I have a census report on her. So if you click on source citation, it'll say it's the 1900 census is where we found this information. Now, I think with a free account, you should be able to view all of these. You should be able to. So if I go into it, it'll say Bessie Taylor, and this is what the census report shows. But you should be able to click right here. It says View Original Image. When you do that, this pulls up, and you can go into here and you can make this bigger. Right now it's at 50%. Say we want to do 150%. And if it takes a few seconds, then it'll get clear. See, it's clear now. And we can go down in this census report and just scroll down, and it'll say Andrew Jackson Taylor. His wife was Laura. They had a son named Faye, a daughter named Bessie, and a son named Guy. It says that Bessie was the daughter. She's white, female, born sometime, that's an approximate date, December 1889. She's 10 years old, and she's single. And over here, if I see these little arrows here, if I go over here, it'll say she's born in Nebraska. Her dad was born in Iowa, and her mom was born in Ohio. And then this says that she was at school during this time. And that all of these different little columns here, they all mean something different. So it'll say, if you scroll up, it says education and all of these things. And if you want to zoom in on any of these, you can. See these little things up here? I I know there's one of them. Well, there was one that said magnify, but if you want to zoom in even more, you can do, if you're having a hard time seeing some of them because they're pretty little. So if you want to zoom into like 200% to see what all of these columns say or whatever over here. So it says like they can read, can write, can speak English, owned or rented, owned, free, or mortgaged, farm or house, and number of farm schedules, attended school monthly or in months, how many months did they attend school. So if you're there and you want to get out of this, you need to, you can zoom out. I'll zoom back into like 50. You don't have to do it that way. You can just go return to record over here, and then you're here, and then you can return to Bessie. So, and you can view her family tree, so you can go and do this. So we would be here again. And then, you can click on any of these individual ones whatsoever. And you can always go back up to here and click your name. Like if you're lost somewhere, it's got you lost somewhere, you can always click back and put like Wanda. And then you'll be back where you were there. Let's see. And also, if you want to look at pictures and stuff, so let's go into like your mom, for instance. I have a picture of their headstone, and you can go under here and you can click on, I think you have to click right there, for instance, if you want to view these pictures. Now, any of these you can print. Here's a print button right here. So if we want to make this larger, and you can go, if you want to look at it larger, you can X out of it. Or if you want to print any of this stuff for your records, you can just hit print, right like that. Okay, so that's that. Let's see. And, if you accept the invitation on the Baller tree, there's going to be a lot more information, obviously, for the Baller family. So if you go here, I'm going to click on your name here. So we have Wanda Lee Ogden. And it gives how you're related to me on here. You're my second cousin, first time removed. And in order for me to do that, I click on this view relationship to me, and it does all of this. And I think if you do that, since it's on your profile, it would, for any of these people, it would show how you're related to them as well. So if we go under, we have your profile here again. We can return to the family tree up here, like so. But for the Baller tree, we've got Bertha, and then it goes into her father was Frank Baller. And I've found on numerous records in Iowa that he wrote his name down as Frederick. So I don't really know what his real name was. We believe it was, he went by Fred on some census reports. So and his middle name was W, his middle initial. So we think it's Wilhelm because there's a gazillion Wilhelms on that side of the family. So we have his stuff here, and I've been to my great aunt that has met you, Wanda, Aunt Vera. She lives right next to this cemetery, so she's taken some photos for me. And I do have Frank and Bertha Baller. So this would be the Bertha Baller that married. Bertha Baller's dad was Frank Baller. So Frank Baller married a Bertha Baller, where Bertha obviously got her name from. But I have their marriage certificate on here. You can copy that. There's stories, if you want to click on stories. I've got my Aunt Vera. I got her a voice recorder, and so she's been voice recording stuff, so I'll have stuff that you'll be able to hear her talking on here pretty soon. This first story is about the ship that they came over on, and you can see the immigration reports for when they came over. We have that Fred's Fred or Frank's dad was Herman Baller, and this is kind of where we draw the line because we don't know, we cannot get any further back. And I've actually taken my husband and kids to Audubon County, Iowa from St. Louis, and we've gone and seen the headstones. And him and his granddaughter are buried right next to each other, and then right next to them are these two people. One's Fred Baller, and his wife is Frederique. And I have them added in the tree as Herman's brother, Fred. So, and I don't know if, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know, I can't find any other information on Herman, and I don't know why he'd be buried next to this guy named Rick Baller and his wife. And they would be about a good age to be brothers anyway. So what I did was I added, here's Herman, and if you hit show siblings, I added this guy. They called him Fred as well, but his full name was Carl Frederick Wilhelm Baller. And I have, if you click on him, I've got his whole family in here, and a lot of these Ballers still live in Iowa, and I even went to the church and I found records, baptismal records on all of them. So I've added them to our tree because I'm like 90% sure that they're related, and I believe truly that is this guy is our Herman's brother, and Herman would be the father of Frank Baller, and Frank Baller is the father of your Bertha Baller, and Bertha and my Albert Baller were brother and sister. So that's kind of how you maneuver the tree, and you have already learned pretty much how to, if you go into edit somebody, how you put their birth dates and all of this stuff. There's tons of different things you can put in here. I can show you also sometime how to upload pictures and whatnot. However, we have 4 little children, and it's hard to even talk on this thing. Give Mom 15 minutes, but I just wanted to try to go through and show you how to do it. And also your messages over here. If you click on, like I have 2 messages. If you click on messages, this is where all of your messages will be. So I'll sign off for now, and I'll see if hopefully that helps you for now, but I can make a video for just about anything to help you out. And I hope that you enjoy it, and I'm very thankful that you've done this, and I just want to thank you, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Have a good day.